Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and we're back with Vladimir. Vlad has been a huge, great part helping out with the channel. We're back with his 2017 Honda Civic, and this is the Earth Dreams technology direct injected motor. And we're back after how many miles, Vlad?
13,700 miles.
Yes, and this is on one oil change. So go ahead, pull that dipstick. Let's show them what it looks like. So we had a nice clean dipstick. Keep it straight up and down like that. And just bring it right over. Just like that. Bring it to my hand. Perfect. And we'll show you exactly what she looks like. So there she is. You can see it's barely used any oil. Now we do want to let you know we did add exactly 0.25 quart. So you can see it's still at the top line. So in 13,000 miles, this car consumed 1/4 quart. So I'll show you what that looks like. If you're looking at the side of the bottle, 1/4 would be about right here. So I'll say that again, in basically 15,000 miles. This car, that's 3 normal oil changes from the factory.
Crazy.
It didn't even burn half a quart of oil. So that's the level of the Amsoil. You can see it, wipe it on the towel, show them what it looks like, just so they can see how dark it is. And let's show them the towel. So you can see it's like a light amber, it's not even black. And so that's the level of the Signature Series. And we actually did a video with this, with my personal Uber Lyft field test car. And we did 20,000 miles of city driving, probably averaging about 11 miles an hour in Las Vegas, 110 degree temperatures, beating the heck out of it. So at the end of this, I'm gonna put a clip to that and at the end of the video. So stick around to check out that oil analysis. Well, let's go ahead and change the oil. All right, we got the belly pan off. All these little screws here all around the perimeter. And you'll see how easy it is to get to. There's our drain bolt right there. And then right here, we got our oil filter. And there is our Amsoil oil filter. After 13,000 miles, we got our fresh filter in our package. We're gonna pop her out, drain her down, and slap on our fresh filter. These thick rubber gloves, these are Gorilla gloves, really nice for hot oil filters. We'll go ahead and just crack her loose. Get some good grip, lots of good grip on the non-slip coating, which is nice on this filter. And we could actually just do a filter change if we wanted to. We don't actually have to change this oil, but we're gonna do it just because we don't wanna come back later. It's been 1 year, so we're good to just change it. But theoretically, you could actually just do a filter change, no problem. So that's what the oil looks like. And now we're gonna go ahead and drain her down. She's still dripping there. And now all we do is take our bolt off, 17 mil, super easy. And on the count of 3, a 1, a 2, and a 3. And we got our drain bolt, and we got our 4.4 quarts of motor oil coming out. That's our Signature Series 020. Looks really good. You could easily do a filter change and continue to run this oil. And that's what I did on my Honda, and I'm going to show that oil analysis in a little bit. We'll let her drain down. 25,000 miles. We did 20,000 miles of driving on this 2011 Honda Accord. It's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. And we did Uber and Lyft driving. Oh, here's the seal. Come on in for the seal. That's it. Off to Indianapolis we go. Let's do it. All right. There it is. One shot. It's filled up about 80-90%. And that's it. All right, we'll see how it comes back. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the last little bit of oil. It definitely feels like it got a little thicker. It does feel extremely consistent. So the anti-wear elements are 100%. Now there's one thing here which is viscosity, and that is red, and that's critical. See the critical here? And basically they're saying to change the oil immediately. And the spread on viscosity, this number, this 12.4, is equivalent to a 30 weight oil. So when we started with a 20 weight oil, our 020, and I drove 10,000 miles, and I changed the oil filter at 10,000 miles, and I added oil. And when I did that, I added 0W30. I got a really good deal on this oil, and I got it at about half price. They had extra left over with the older label on it. They changed the label on it a little bit to 75% more wear protection, and I bought it at a discount, so I said, what the heck, I'll just throw it in a couple of my cars, no big deal. You know, this takes 5W30, so that's a part of it being a little bit thicker, but however, do keep in mind, the more you idle, you are going to get a thicker viscosity. So a 30 weight oil is, I believe, 9.5 up to 12.5. So we're at the higher side of a 30 weight oil. It's highway driving. And when you sit in idle, you boil the oil down and it gets thicker. And it's very tough on the oil because you're not cooling it as you're driving, you're cooling your oil. So about 7,000 miles on the first Amsoil oil change on the car. And then I changed it at 70,000, and we are at 90,000 30 miles. So 20,000 30 miles later, we're going to do an oil change. All right, we're going to go ahead and check our dipstick. Let's see where the level's at. You can see it's about halfway down, a little bit above the bubble. And when we did the oil change back 10,000 miles ago, we were smack dab in the middle. So we maybe burn off about 0.2 quart. That's all we burn off in 10,000 miles. So there's the pan. And here's the analyst bottle, nice and clean. Let's do it, here we go. All right. On the count of three. 1, 2, and 3. On the new filter, I want you to see how clean this is. So I literally came here and with one piece of paper towel, I wiped off this whole filter area. And look at how clean that is. Look at those threads. I mean, just unbelievable what that oil looks like after basically 15,000. So we got her all lubed up. We got nice fresh virgin oil. Got her all nice and wet and protected on our rubbers. And all we do is just thread her on. Here we go. And if it ain't messy, it ain't fun. And if it ain't fun, it ain't messy. That's why the wetter the better. So we just thread her up. She'll slip on like butter.
And you replace the oil filter?
Oh yeah, filter's going on. Oh yeah, filter's going on now. It's right on. Watch, I'll show you how you go. Just another 3/4 turns once it's on. So once it touches, right there it touched. So now we just go another 3/4. Right about there. And that's it. That's all it takes. All right, so this is our old filter, and you can see how well that anti-drain back valve held up and how solid everything is. Super solid. That's the non-slip coating. and that's a filter after 13,000 miles. So the biggest limiting factor on this car isn't the motor oil. The motor oil is good for way longer. You could easily just change a filter and top it off and keep running this oil. It's just that the filter can only hold so many contaminants. So when your motor breathes, it gets filtered, it has an air filter on the motor, but a lot of silica and certain particles still get by and still get inside your motor, and different combustion deposits and stuff like that. Well, all that stuff gets filtered by your oil filter, and this filter can only handle so much. So I recommend, if you're gonna run the Signature 25,000 miles, you're fine to do that. I would change your filter early. I would change it at about 12,500 miles or 6 months. And then that way, halfway between, if you're doing all those miles, you don't have to worry about it. And then you always check your oil, you know, every month. I always check my oil on my personal car, and that way I don't have to worry about, you know, what the level looks like or whatever. So you're always checking your oil level. And as long as your car has plenty of oil, and as long as your filter's clean, and if you don't have any fuel contamination going into your motor oil where it looks really thin, or you have any coolant, which is right here. That's your radiator coolant. As long as your coolant's not going to your motor oil, you're 100% fine. You can continue to run that oil out way long and absolutely never have a problem. This is my memo pad of everything I've done to mine. This is Vlad's car.
Yes, this is the notepad on my iPhone. You can also put this on your Evernote. There's an app there as well. That's today, the oil change at 48,666 miles. And of course, you change the oil change every 15,000 miles.
Yep.
And we did the filter too.
Yep. And we went 13,785 miles on this oil. And this is the oil you're looking at right here. And the oil's still good. It's just dark because of the filter, and you can actually do a filter change and actually continue to keep running that oil. We're just doing it early so we don't have to worry about it.
And these are also my notes from last year. On the 9th, CVT fluid change. This is what we did a year ago. On July 10th, we also did Honda Coolant.
We did the coolant, and all those videos are on a playlist up here in the corner. We're going to go ahead and put that at the end of this. So if you want to see everything we did to his 2017 Honda, you can also do this to your vehicle. Most vehicles are almost the same.
We also did cabin air filter with Wix air filter. This is all last year. Replaced Honda factory OEM engine air filter with a K&N air filter. They last 20 years or...
Million.
Yeah, a million. And how to clean the air filter, flush the brake fluid on the Honda every 3 to 5 years. It's all in here.
Now Vlad, he has beautiful detailed notes for me. I do it a little bit more raw and old school. So let's just quick flip through this with them. This is on my car. This is my SL500 6.9. We did an oil change next at 53. We did an oil analysis at 5,000. So that oil analysis is going to be coming up soon. That's on my 13 SL550. And coming over, coolant change, that's when we did it. The next change, ATF change, we're going to be coming back, doing another drain and fill. And brake fluid, and that's going to be every year. So there we have our due diligence of keeping everything chronologically organized. You're the best, Vlad, for doing that.
You're the best, man.
And now, let's get into the fuel additive. All right, it's that time to fill her up. We're gonna go ahead and do a nice tall pour, and there's nothing like the satisfaction of changing your motor oil. The feeling, the love. I tell people, if you love your car, this is what you do. You make love to it by putting in the liquid gold. It's so good I can even feel the protection.
Ooh.
I can show what the PI Performance Improver gasoline additive does. Not only does it improve your power, performance, smoother drivability, but we're going to talk about how it does it. So it goes in there, and basically your injectors, whether you're direct injected, port injected, all that, you have this mist. The injector shoots straight like this. And this is what's happening when you have a clogged injector. So basically that fuel is going right by the spark and it's missing it, all right? So the spark's going and you're not burning the fuel. Basically the fuel's going right out your tailpipe. Well, once you clean your injector and you don't have any of these deposits clogging it, you actually have fuel atomization. And you say, well, what is that? Well, it looks like this. Now it's misting. And now it's misting even more. And that's called fuel atomization. So basically this sparks, and when it sparks, it's burning all that fuel, and the air that gets between each molecule, it actually ignites quicker, has a bigger explosion, much stronger, a lot more power. So now, Vlad, he's gonna hand me the camera. We're gonna give Vlad the PI cleaner. Here, you take this, Vlad. You got it?
Hi, everybody. I'm back.
Yes, that's Vlad. He's our man on the camera, and we're gonna stick it in. So let's go over to the gas cap, and I think he popped it. Did you pop your gas cap yet? We're going in the gas. It's okay. It's so hot out, we're not even thinking. Look at him. It's 100 and some degrees out. So the gas cap in the back, the fuel tank, and I think, is there a button to pop it, or is it good?
Oh, wait.
You have to pop it here or no?
Right here.
Oh, right. It just pushes. So this is actually the gasless gas cap. It's a double penetration, one flap, and then another flap down there. So the good thing is about this sucker is that not only can you stick it in with those threads, you can also yank out, and that increases the cleans, more power, better fuel mileage, and then flip it around back. And you put it in every 4,000 miles, and it treats 30 gallons of fuel. So this will make a considerable difference in your drivability. Fuel mileage, I've had people get up to 4 miles per gallon average better. So Vlad, show them how easy it is. Gulpa, 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 gulpa. A little shake and a twist, and she should yank right out. Boom, look how easy. Look at that.
Done.
Seamless. Now Vlad, you know what to do. You're getting video of me. Let's do it. Here we go. I completely forgot on my car. I did the oil analysis at 5,000 miles when I got my car, and I forgot, crap, Eben, you got to put in the fuel cleaner. So come on over. This is what we call starting below the belt and finishing above the head. One spin, one move, one movement. Here we go. Start below the belt and come to the top, but try to get it seamless. Oh, I'm a little sticky handed right now, but we'll work with what we got. It's 100 and some degrees out.
Woo.
So all we do is pop the cap, taco the little safety seal with your thumb, whoop, just like that. We come on over, pop our cap, and what do? We stick her in. Here we go. Give a little shakeroo, and that's it for 4,000 miles. I don't have to worry about it. And hey, everyone forgets it was 5,000. I should have did this 1,000 miles ago. I completely forgot. I just remembered as we're doing Vlad's car. Now I do run the upper cylinder lubricant, which we're going to show you now. And now to top off the Dominator Coolant Boost. What this is a tri-tiered surfactant technology that allows the water molecules to get closer to the aluminum, increases horsepower. It's actually going to make your heater core run more efficient in the winter, and it's going to run a lot better. So Vlad, we'll go ahead and pop her off right here. This is our cap. We're cool. It's not going to burst or steam or nothing because it's not that hot. So go ahead and open her up, push down, and twist. Yep. And now go ahead and top her off. So this actually, the chemical in this actually breaks down, and you have to replenish it every year or 30,000 miles, whichever comes first. Now up here in the corner, you'll see the whole video where we did the coolant on his car. It made a huge difference. Check out that video. For the right hand, you start below the belt and whoop, all the way up, one spin, one move. If you can do it, send me a video. I'll stick you in the giveaway. I love that sucker. Try the move. Now this is the upper cylinder lubricant. This is the one you put in every full tank of gas. Costs about the price of a cup of coffee, but it's a lot better for your car than coffee.
Yes.
This right here fights ethanol, lubricates the injectors, the upper rings, so the lower rings get lubricated by the motor oil, the upper rings get lubricated by the fuel, and the only lubricant that's in your fuel would be the upper cylinder lubricant, so it'll run a lot smoother. We had Tyler, a good friend from the farmer's market, he put this in his Toyota, and he got 4.5 average miles a gallon better with this one. No one ever came close to that. I've only gotten 1 mile per gallon better average with my cars, but on his Toyota Tacoma direct injected, he got 4.5 miles per gallon better. So once again, take a close up. You got our gasless gas cap compatible tip, and watch, just one hand, like this, right through both flaps. And watch this, just a spin, and look at that.
Woohoo!
Totally empty, that quick. Copper done. And hey Vlad.
What's this?
Oh, that right there?
Yeah, what is this? Foaming cleaner?
Oh my God, I almost forgot. We got to use this on your car right now. This cleans the radiator, gets all the moths and all the buildup over the years, and you lose your efficiency. So let's go ahead, safely removes all that stuff, water-based. You can get this at any type of department store, give it a good shake, and go ahead and just start spraying the radiator. Those little fins. Go ahead, hold it down. Spray the living hell out of it. Beautiful. Yep. Cheers to good health and happiness. Nothing like some good organic kombucha. And we're in Vegas here. What's the temperature, Vlad?
78 degrees.
Oh, it's still wet. All right. The sensor's still wet on the car, so it's not showing right. But it's about
102, maybe?
Yeah, 102 to 104.
August in Las Vegas, sure.
Yep. It's noon. So we got done doing that. And so how's the car feeling?
It rides so smoothly. We're kind of in rush hour traffic right here, but
look at the mileage. Look at that. Car runs better than brand new. Rides like a limo. So quiet.
Look at that. Feel that?
So smooth. Woo-hoo! Effortless power. And just a dream to have Vlad be a part of the channel and share his car with everyone.
Eben, thank you so much for helping me out here.
Oh, of course.
Getting my car to run like a dream. Look at this.
Completely overjoyed to help out, and I love seeing the growth, and I love helping people with their cars, and it was so cool to add in those clips. So definitely check out this right here on my car, and what made me a believer with Amsoil. How I did my test when I first started my YouTube channel. I go, is this stuff really that good? So I took my Uber Lyft car. A friend of mine and I, we tag teamed on it for 10.7 months, 20,000 miles of city driving, equivalent to about 40,000 highway. And the only thing I did was one oil filter change at 10,000 miles. So check out this video clip here. Check out this video clip on the engine flush we did to prepare Vladimir's motor for the motor oil. Check it out. The video later. All right, it's time to put in the engine flush. Here we go. So Vladimir's behind the video, and I get excited about this stuff because I love the gas mileage. Come on over. We're going to be putting in the Amsoil engine flush. This is a proprietary detergent. Really, really good. Cleans, loosens up sticky valves, quiets the lifters. Really going to quiet her up. So we go ahead and pop our cap, pop our seal, and boom, goes right in. You can see this stuff go. Oh yeah, that's money. She sounds good. Come in close, look at the Earth Dream symbol. Now we're going to show a fuel additive Vlad already used. And this gold right here we used in my 2011 Honda Accord. And we did a 20,000 mile Uber Lyft field test. Thorough test. 20,000 miles, 800 idling hours, equivalent to about 30 to 35,000 highway miles. That video is right up here in the corner. Check out the oil analysis results on it. I won't tell you what happened. You got to check it out. All right, it's that time to feel her up. We're gonna be putting in 3.5 quarts of liquid. All right, so yeah, cheers to protection. All right, if you want your car to run longer and stronger, definitely subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you back. And well, what are we doing here? We're headed down to a really cool coffee shop, Bungalow Coffee. Yep, and having loads of fun. And well, definitely check out the playlist on Vlad's car and let us know, what did we miss on his car? What could we add to this playlist to make it more complete, to help more people learn how to take care of their vehicle? Leave that comment below. I randomly go through and select people for the end of month giveaway in the comments, so that would really be a great contribution to the channel if you could let us know what else can we add to this playlist to make it better.
The best car of all time. Yes.
Yeah. So
thanks for joining us, everybody.
What else, Vlad? Any other keynotes you want to add before we close her?
I'm just glad that you're helping me out with my car. This is just great. It runs like a charm. It's 4 years old, and I think it's gonna last for another decade.
Wow.
I'm loving this. I'm enjoying my ride. Thank you so much, Eben.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
To protection. We'll see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection.
Don't leave home without protection.